Welcome back, my beautiful friends. Today, I have a story to share that will wrap around your heart like a warm knitted shawl on a cool morning. It's a story of love, memory, and a vintage cottage that glows with sunlight and soul. Long ago, in a quiet countryside village, Grandpa Elijah built a small cottage with his bare hands. It was his gift to Grandma Lily, a promise that she would always have a home where her dreams could bloom like wildflowers. He painted the front door a soft petal pink, her favorite color, and placed a carved wooden sign above it that read, "For my Lily, the light of my life." The cottage was kissed by sunlight from morning to evening. Golden rays poured through vintage lace curtains, warming the hand-painted walls, and the floors that creaked with the laughter of their memories. Grandma filled each corner with love, floral cushions, antique candle holders, and her cherished teacup collection. Every item had a story. The tiny lamp from their honeymoon, the pastel green hutch, where she kept her favorite plates, and the hand-sewn blanket that covered their rocking chair by the fireplace. But the most touching part of the cottage was a sunroom Grandpa secretly built just for her. It had floor-to-ceiling windows, white wooden frames, and a cozy daybed lined with rose print pillows. That's where Grandma would sit and write letters, watch the rain fall gently outside, or sip her morning tea as birds sang nearby. One day, when their grandchildren visited, Grandpa whispered to them, "You see this home? It's not just walls and windows. It's my heart, wrapped in sunlight." And that's the kind of home they created. One that didn't need to be grand, only filled with love, softness, and gentle details that made the soul feel at peace. Vivian's vintage decor tip: how to create a cottage of heart and light. Use natural light as your best design feature. Open the curtains, use mirrors, and let the sun shine in. Choose vintage floral fabrics and pinks, creams, and soft greens for pillows, curtains, or bedding. Add personal treasures, family photos, handwritten notes, or a small heirloom that tells a story. Create one soul space, a chair by the window, a reading nook, or a tea table in the garden, where you feel calm and inspired. And so, my beautiful friends, may your home be your own little cottage of sunlight, a place that reflects your memories, your love, and your heart, with soft hugs and blooming thoughts. Vivian.